Hello, I'm Shane Hinder with Rio Grande, and in this video I'm going to be telling you about the Outlaw Grinder. Here I have the 8-inch contact wheel installed, and what I want to show you is this unit can work vertically or horizontally. It's very easy to move from one position to another. The entire frame is welded and constructed in such a way that it's very rigid and solid. You have no vibration or anything like that. Changing the belts is a very simple process. All of these components are solid aluminum, so they're rigid and they're sturdy, but they're not prone to bending or anything. All right, we've got our belt on like so. There's two different adjustments I can do on the tension here. There's two different hooks. So what that means is these control how much of this spring is expanded. So pull that there, engage this locking mechanism, and what'll happen is when I release it from there, that puts tension on the belt. Now if I want more tension on the belt, if I want it to be tighter, which means I'm using more of the energy within that spring, what I will do is I'll hook it down on the lowest one, lock it in place, and then when I release it, that's going to use the maximum amount of energy in that spring to make this belt even tighter. When you want to remove the belt, you hook it there, unloosen the locking mechanism, the belt comes right off. So that's how that works. Now as far as tracking, to make sure that your belt is perfectly aligned on the wheel, you use this spur rail here to adjust the tracking. Let me show you real quick how that works. So we'll turn it on here, turn up the speed a little bit. So we've got our belt on, and you can see here that the belt is tracking off the wheel a little bit. So that's where you use this rail up here to adjust it. And that brings the belt over so that it's very precisely where you want it on the wheel. So what I've got installed here now is the small wheel attachment. This unit is very flexible and can be used in many different ways, but let me show you a couple of things here real quick. So the small wheel attachment, this portion of it is entirely made of steel, and these little wheels, you can special order different sizes. They have magnets in here, and the bearings are all sealed so they won't be filled up with dust or anything. Each side here is also under tension, so not only do you have the magnets, but you have this squeezing it, holding it in place. This idler wheel right here can be adjusted to a number of different configurations depending on how tight you want this belt held down. And all you've got to do is take this Allen wrench and loosen that up, and you can readjust that idler wheel like so. You get the belt situated. It's ideal if you want to be able to work on the inside of a curve. The further down you put that idler wheel, the less area you have, and the more you can get something over it. It's a very unique and efficient design. What you see here is the adjustable table that I've got installed now, and it's adjustable in a number of different ways. By loosening this bolt right here, you can adjust the height up and down. It comes completely out, and then you can also adjust the angle of the table. It'll go a number of different ways. So it all depends on what you need. The adaptability and adjustability of this machine is pretty amazing. But just like all the other components, this adjustable table is primarily aluminum, but where it needs to be steel, it is steel. Like here, that tabletop is all steel. And this adjustable table can be used with all of the different arms, the 3 different arms, with this C-arm, with the 8-inch contact wheel, and with the small curved wheel. All of those adjustments are done with this one wrench that comes with it. Everything that you need to adjust. So what I want to illustrate to you here is I have the machine in the horizontal mode. As I showed you before, it's very easy to go from horizontal to vertical. But you can see this table is notched out so it fits around that curve so that you can really take advantage of that small wheel. And it works really good in a horizontal position like this. So what I've got here is I've got a cheek for hackamore, and it's got these inside curves and everything. And if you were going to do that by hand, it would take a long time. But with this Outlaw Grinder and this small wheel adapter, it enables you to get inside all those little curves. You can see here how easy it is to maneuver around this grinder, and how quickly it removes those saw marks and everything and gets everything smoothed up. Perfect for the inside right there. This gets right inside there, right where you need it. This table helps support your work area. Look at that. Perfect. So here you've got your electric motor. It runs on 110 volts, and this is your controller. This bottom switch is the main power supply that allows power to go in, and here's your start stop. It's a 3-point. You have to go all the way to the top to start it, and this is your speed control. Here we go. We've got it on. You can turn it down to practically 0. You can really get after it if you want to. Very simple machine to use. Fantastic design. So this is the C-frame attachment with the platen installed. This is the platen here. And what this does is this gives you about a foot of grinding surface that you can press up against. One of the great things about this C-frame is it has a lot of flexibility, and it can be adjusted in a lot of different ways. You loosen those 2 bolts and you can change the angle of the frame itself to accommodate whatever type of grinding you want to do. So it makes it very flexible and very user friendly. Once again, this frame is completely built out of aircraft grade aluminum, so it's very rigid. If you want to do slack belt grinding, there's 2 bolts on this off side, and this platen comes right off. So if you have a J-Flex belt or something like that, you can install it, and that enables you to slack grind. So you've got about 7 inches of depth here and 11 here, so it's a great deal of room for you to get around and be able to do anything that you want to do, especially on a slack belt, so that you can more efficiently grind those curves and everything. I hope you found this video informative. If you have any questions, please contact us.